love to decorate your planner but then find it gets messy with all the scratchings out and changes and stuff as you actually use the planner? Well, I have tips for you to keep your planner functional but also pretty. So stay tuned. Hello and welcome back to my channel. Now I love a pretty planner. I love when a page, like this one for example, is fresh because I didn't use it because I was on vacation. I love a pretty decorated page, but then you use it and you scratch things out and it gets messy and it doesn't look as pretty. So today I have 5 tips to help you keep your planner as pretty as possible as you're using it, so that as you look back through your planner later on, it'll still be pretty. Number 1, now I don't know if you can tell here, but I use pencil. So my tip is to use a good pencil. Now you can use pencil exclusively like I do here. I even scratch things out instead of erasing, but more important than a pencil is actually a good eraser. A nice white eraser will keep things from looking messy in your planner. This pencil actually has an okay eraser, but I don't really use it that much. I actually prefer to use this one because it does a better job than the one on the pencil. Now you can use just the pencil like I do, or you could do everything in pencil first, and then once you know that everything is set in stone, then you can write it in with your pen. Now another thing you can use until you're sure of your schedule are Post-its. You can use little tiny flag ones and write them in exactly where you have your appointments and things, or you can make lists on a little pad. What I do suggest is using quality Post-its, because sometimes the cheaper ones you get, they don't stick very well. I've had things fall out of my planner that were sort of important things, and sometimes when you pull off one Post-it, this part here is sticky, and then sometimes you don't even notice until dust gets all on top of it. Yeah, so I like these. These are super cute, but I usually stick them down with a bit of washi. Anyway, so I use these ugly, bright neon ones instead. Number 3 is to use a highlighter instead of scratching things off. So I actually like crossing things off. It's very satisfying to just cross it off. That's done. It makes me feel really good about myself to just like scratch it off. But what you could do instead is to use a highlighter, and when you're finished with a task, just run a highlighter on it. So you have a bunch of lines of highlighter down your page to show that you've crossed everything off. Or of course you could use little checks, but for me it's not as satisfying as scratching things off. So if you're like me, then the highlighter gives you that crossed off feeling, but it looks a bit neater than all the scratches on your page. This next one, I'm going to show you an example on a blank page. Now what you could do, if you have sort of a to-do list or a bunch of tasks for one day, you can write them out with a little tick beside it. I'm just putting housework, but whatever. And then when you're done with the task, I think this is from Bullet Journal, I'm not sure where I've seen this before. This isn't my idea. Then when you finish the task, you just make it into a plus. So that keeps your book looking really nice and neat. Then if you have a list with just the dash, you know that that's not finished. Then those are the things you still need to do. And my last tip is to practice your handwriting. Now my handwriting can be really messy, but it can also be really neat. Let me show you a messy page. This is a really messy one, like with all the scratchings and everything as well. But I can also write really neat. So let me just take something. Let me write these words again. I'm going to pull you in, and you can see the difference when I take my time and do it nice and neatly. Also, keeping your words straight helps. So that makes a difference. Now, I've taken classes, I've written really pretty grocery lists, anything really to work on my writing. Now, it doesn't have to be calligraphy, it doesn't have to be pretty writing, it just has to be neat. Also, just slowing down can also help with your handwriting. When I write fast, this is what it looks like, but when I write slow, it looks a lot neater. So take your time, practice your handwriting, look at handwriting that you like, and copy out letters that you like, and see if you like that a little better. You're allowed to change your handwriting if you're not happy with it. And I really like the idea of using your own handwriting. It's such a treasure when people look back at your planner and other things to see your handwriting, especially in this digital age. So use your handwriting as much as possible. Okay, so those are my 5 tips. Check out this video here for more planner hacks. Just let me know in the comments below if you use pencil or pen in your planner. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. You can subscribe here by clicking on my little face. Here are 2 videos that I think you will like. Have a fantastic day and happy planning.